Now I have to say, I absolutely love how fast dragons in this series can grow up, because I remember just a few weeks back we saw these little baby dragons acting like kids, and now we see still a childlike mind, but now in more or less a teenage-sized dragon. I thought that was just awesome. I love how just elements that we saw in early episodes that don't even seem that important, like the dragon who wanted Chisei to fly with him, grew up so that Chisei could fly with him. Like, it's so just heartwarming to see these little creatures who shouldn't have any importance to the series, but it's nice to see them brought back again once Chisei goes to the land of the dragons for the second time. Now I have to say, this episode overall I thought was really adorable, and also shows a bit more into Chisei's mind. Nothing that I don't think any of us haven't seen or already know about her, but it's nice to see her open up a bit more to other characters about why she is acting the way she is, because a lot of people, like Lindell as well, is kind of looking in saying like, I don't see this as a healthy relationship. You seemingly just are fine with more or less being like a reindeer, like a pet for him. Why is that? So she 100% opens up and does confirm a bit more like her mother is fully dead and things like that, but pretty much saying like, the one who gave birth to me, my brothers, my father, like no one wanted me. He's the only one who's ever gave me attention, gave me a home, so of course I'm not gonna bug him about certain things because she's afraid that if she did, he might abandon her. But I really like what happens in this episode because Elias is starting to understand his feelings for Chisei, because obviously at the beginning he was going to use her more as an experiment and a test subject and more or less a pet. But slowly he's starting to understand human emotions and he's starting to understand love. It's clear as day. The fact that he feels lonely when Chisei is gone, it's not like this is just a disposable object to him. Even though he doesn't understand what he's feeling, I like seeing that. On top of that bird, the messenger that came pretty much saying like, hey, if you're gonna use this girl as like a test subject, you gotta stop treating her like a human. And obviously, that's not what he wants. Like, it's pretty much after a few days, that's clear. He started to have more affection for her than just being a test subject. And I like how the two are kind of understanding their feelings differently. Chisei starting as just being fine more or less as a slave, but slowly is understanding she wants to be more. She wants to be someone who is a human, but still just as close to Elias as she wants to be and kind of currently is. Whereas Elias is kind of developing human emotions and things like that. And it's a nice contrast, but I think they're handling both characters quite well, and it helps even more to get the backstory of, I'm not sure if we would call it the birth of Elias, but at least the first moment in Elias's life that he clearly remembers. Just giant Skeletor looking Elias, not knowing what's going on, almost in the same way, it kind of felt like a child in a lot of ways because he didn't know what was going on, and then Lindell is kind of just like, alright, come on, and holding his hand, like kind of like getting him through the forest and things like that. I found Elias to be quite adorable, even more so when he shrinks down to almost like a child Elias form. That shit was adorable. Like, I'm surprised they made Elias adorable just based on his initial character design, but still, they somehow did it. So it's nice to see their full connection that Elias is more or less the apprentice to Lindell, but Lindell didn't want to call him that, so it's more or less just an acquaintance. But I like the fact that it is kind of tying it together, giving us a bit more backstory to Elias actually pretty early on in the series. Like, this is a 2-core series, but I thought maybe learning a bit more about Elias's past would come maybe somewhere into the 2nd core, so it's nice to see how that's connecting. And just the conversations between all the characters I thought was just overall really well done. It pushes a bit of development into kind of to the forefront here, but at the end of the day, this was kind of a downtime episode, but a necessary downtime episode to kind of shift the dynamics in where the characters are clearly going to go going forward, especially in that 2nd core. I thought this was a great episode. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was adorable. I thought it was sweet. I thought it was heartwarming. And I just love how fast dragons can grow up in this series. Even though they have an insane lifespan, they can seriously grow up so damn fast. As well, on top, Chisei finally is getting her wand from Nevin's tree, which he said that he wanted her to do that, so I really like that. But overall, great episode. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think of it, and what was your favorite moment? Was it childlike Elias, or was it some of the dragon stuff, or was it something completely different? Let me know your thoughts. And before you leave, smack the like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.